can get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that.
Welcome everyone to This Is It. I am Corey Roy on This Is It Media, and we are back here to talk about You Know It, episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. God, this was such a good episode. Man, I was really feeling it. But before we get started on this, I'm going to pass to my man, Ollie Wood. What's going on, brother?
Not much, you know what it is. I with the A, and boy, woo, this episode had me hype. You know, it has some thrills and some frills, but it's definitely a lot of thrills. So I was hyped to see it, yo. I'm ready to get into it.
Yo, definitely, man. It definitely did. Phenom, man, what's going on, brother?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. This episode was literally fire.
Yes.
With,
I know. Oh, we doing air horns here.
But yeah, I agree with you guys, man. Right there with you. This episode was fire. It gave me everything I wanted. I mean, I'm getting the best of both worlds. Get my man Obi-Wan and my man Darth Vader. Did not expect to see that so early in the series, but I was excited for it. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. Ollie, look, you definitely were excited about this. So what was your overall impression of this episode?
Overall, it was a good episode. It's something, you know, I like to nitpick sometimes. And some things I was like, But overall, I mean, the episode was hype. I mean, whenever you see Darth Vader on the screen, it's fire. And I'm with you. I didn't expect to see this much of him, especially this early on. Third episode, we got a lot of Vader, yo.
Yeah, we really did. Phenom, what about you, brother?
So last episode, we talked about we would be mad if they don't get a lot of Vader. We guess him in the last.
Yeah, we was like, if they don't fight, we was like, if they don't fight, we was like, it'll probably be the last. They may not even fight.
Right.
No, they was rumbling in this episode, yo. I mean, yo, from where we get to see where Darth Vader lives, to how the journey from Leia and Obi-Wan and you know, trying to figure out how he's going to get her out of there. Yo, it was very entertaining from the beginning. And like I said before, this is better than Boba Fett and The Mandalorian.
I agree. I think out of all the Star Wars series, this is by far the best. I mean, it looks like a film. Like, it's just that good. I mean,
they have real violence in it. Like, we'll get to it, but
we'll get to it.
A graphic scene in it. You know what I'm saying?
It came right out the gate. I mean, really, on this particular series, this particular episode, it came right out the gate, starting off with Obi-Wan meditating, and of course, you see Darth Vader right there getting suited up. I was on. I loved it. This is my first time. We've always seen the man in the suit in his full form, but to actually see the parts coming onto them, and some of those parts were kind of like rough to look at. Like, gosh, yo, this is pretty bad.
He definitely had that
bad.
Both chopped off both knees. He had the joint, man. Both knees. I was like, yo, he got that full metal jacket.
Something on his chest, like Iron Man and shit. Yeah.
But you know what I like about Darth Vader, man? It sounds silly, but like, especially nowadays, because, you know, Darth Vader, I mean, you know, it's the 70s when he first came out, you know what I mean? So now everything's so advanced or whatever. So a lot of the tech on there now, 2020 tech looks great. Like, I mean, not like we got you can get holograms, this and that. That Darth Vader tech is red block, blue block. It's like some old school. Couple of lights blink. And I'm like, yo, I'm good though. I'm good.
You're right, yo. He got a super upgrade, 2022 upgrade, yo.
What did you think about this whole scene? Just seeing him come together, Phenom, getting suited up.
I understand why he angry.
Yeah,
I tell you that, because it take him a minute. He had to go from the tank. It take about 30 minutes to get dressed to get out the crib, yo. Know what I'm saying? So you know that's why he angry now. Oh, when you hear that Darth Vader that breathe, like it's iconic. It's crazy. I love it, yo.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm right there with you guys. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I can definitely see why he's angry. I think the suit, which in the comics, the suit is purposely has been made to make him feel pain.
Oh, wow.
And then a lot of, if you're not deep into the Star Wars lore, Palpatine purposely made that suit so that he does not feel good in it. Like if you think about it, the chest plate's coming into his chest, and if there's actually something coming into his throat area, and he has to wait. I mean, I'm like, why ain't that just attached really fast? He has to wait until that thing gets in his throat. So he's got to breathe, all the lungs burning and all that stuff. So the suit is meant for him not to feel good, but that's to make him more powerful on the dark side of Force, which we see that come to light, man, later on in this episode. It's crazy, yo.
Let me ask you a question,
Emperor's
Corey.
an asshole.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
Man, that's all I got. Yeah. Why you do that to Darth, man? Why you got Anakin out here like in these streets like this, mad at the world, man?
Yeah.
So both Ali and Corey, were y'all surprised at where Darth Vader was living? It seemed like he was living at the same place he got.
Yeah, the lava, all the yeah. But that's what they have in the comics. Mm-hmm. So that's just taking it right back to the lore of the comics. That's his fortress. That's where he stays. Yeah, so I'm not surprised because I already know that to be the place. But if somebody from the outside looking in, like, why are you going to be where the lava was?
But you know what? They never show where he stayed at in none of the movies.
So,
we never saw him at his crib.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, I guess that's that daily reminder though. Like, yo, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Every time you look out the window, you see some lava, you be like, yo. Fuck Obi,
that's true. That's like the prisoner or somebody that puts that picture on the wall so he can look at it every day. that fighter,
the person that snitched on him,
yeah. Or that fighter that gets angry at it, like prize fighters do that a lot of times. Like they'll put pictures up of the person that they're about their opponent on the wall constantly, so they can get motivated to get angry to beat them.
Yeah. Just imagine if you like signed up to be on the dark side, like, yo, I'm about to go work for Darth Vader. He's like, all right, you got security at his crib, yo. I'm like, it's hot than a motherfucker over there. I mean, we got me in the lava fields, hot than a bitch, yo. Nah.
That's so true, man. Let's go to Obi-Wan in here, because then we're going to tap on Obi-Wan and Darth Vader as it continually goes on. But what did you guys think of just Obi-Wan's performance, just his whole overall story in this series? He starts off with Leia on the planet, and they're on the back of the truck with the stormtroopers, and even going from that to his situation where he finally gets to confronting Darth Vader. Phenom, just give me your thoughts on what you felt about him through this whole series.
It was kind of teetering on the Mandalorian, yo. Like the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was a Gorgie. What was the name? Grogu. So I didn't want to see that, a lot of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Him saving Leia every time he turned around, he's saving her. Mm-hmm. But I did like how, the trajectory of trying to get her away so he can confront Vader and save her. I thought that was cool.
That's interesting that you thought that. In that moment, I thought something else, but I've heard a lot of other people say that he was trying to get away. He was trying to get Vader away from her because he knew if ever was to figure out what was going on with her, it would probably go down. Yeah. Because he saw what he just did to the other kid in the street.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, I said the Emperor asshole, Vader asshole. Yo, that motherfucker.
He was some asshole
for no reason at all. He was just like, I was like, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, he was moving shit like, woof, snap. That's how he was.
He dragged Shorty through the street. He's like, I was like, yo, why you doing it? Yeah, I was like, yo.
But the reason I felt that he was doing that is because once he got into that area, he started to sense Obi-Wan.
So Obi-Wan, like, come out.
So this was a way for him to bait him out or start to get more of that feeling of where are you at, Obi-Wan? So, you're not trying to tell me? Let me grab this citizen here and drag him through the street. Then he started choking the father.
Yeah.
And then the kid runs out to save his dad. And he looks at the kids like,
cracks the
kid's neck. Yeah, so that was crazy.
Yeah.
But going back to Obi-Wan though, Obi-Wan was in the back with the stormtroopers. I thought that was, me personally, I thought that was really good. And I noticed that he had a tender moment with Princess Leia. They started to kind of have some little connection there where he noticed that, she was starting to feel that he was holding back something that, Axon was that it was, his dad and stuff like that. And that little back and forth with the stormtroopers, I thought was about to go down actually on the back for a second until they got there. So what were y'all overall thoughts of that whole scene with Obi-Wan and stormtroopers and Leia?
I was tripping off that. I was like, yo, Leia holding it down, and your ass, Mr.
He messed it up.
Jedi, slipping. You slipping, yo, man.
What you doing?
Yeah, he slipped hard. he kind of cleaned it up, but for real, stormtroopers are always dumb. That's why they can't hit now. Like he's
the worst aim.
Yeah, worst aim. You know what I'm saying? So he was definitely slipping, and I mean, I did like that scene. Leia's like, "Oh, you holding back," and he was like, "Yo." He wanted to be like, yeah, I wanted to F your mother, but yeah, Anakin got it first. That's really what he wanted to say, yo. He hit it first. Yeah, that man is obsessed with her, yo.
Yeah, with Padme.
Yeah, on the low, but
they definitely have a connection. There's no doubt about that. And you can see it. He definitely has a love for Padme. I think it's more of a sisterly love, but I wouldn't be surprised if he actually would try to. If he wasn't a Jedi, he probably would have pulled an Anakin and like, yo, you trying to meet me over here, Padme? Yeah. What about you, Phenom? I know you're not very thrilled about Leia with.
Well, I would say this though. She did. You see what my shirt say, right? He actually said this in this episode, yo. When Leia was like, yo, can't you make this thing go faster? He was like, that's not how the Force works, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, she said it, yo. But them sitting in the back of the truck, I wasn't even worried about that. I was more, I guess, in the days and times we live in, I was like the truck driver, like basically was a advocate for the dark side. Like he was like, basically he was like he's with the communism, the government, like siding with the Nazis. You know what I'm saying? That like a sympathizer for the dark side. So I was like, and he's like, oh, like we need law and order. We need all this stuff. And he's being oppressed and he don't even know it. He supports the oppressor. That's what I was thinking about when I was watching him drive, yo. I mean, my mind went straight there, yo. I'm like, yo, like, do you know these people are bad?
But honestly, I ain't gonna lie, they got me. I ain't gonna say they got me, but honestly, I was thinking I was like, oh, he's in on it. The whole time I was thinking, oh, he's in on it. He's going, because how he was asking certain questions or whatever. But I thought he was going to be the one that kind of saved.
He was the one that they were looking for to help them get to.
I thought that too.
And he kind of knew who they were. They knew until he got out the joint. He was like, yo, they kind of shady. He got out there. He was like, yo. So I was thinking he was going to help him out.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That was a really good scene to me because he really, look, for a minute, even I thought so, and Leia really pushed that issue with Obi-Wan about trust because he doesn't trust anybody right now, like not a soul. He was like, you can't trust anybody, Leia. But she's like, we got to trust them. And they go on the truck and it seems like everything is fine until they get to the stop. And then he's like, yo, let's check these people out in the back, yo, they ain't right. But that's a hell of a battle scene that happens at that moment. I thought that was really good. I mean, seeing Obi-Wan fight without the lightsaber and have to use a blaster was actually pretty good. I think one thing about this that I thought was a really good contrast, right after this scene, the Imperial Guard comes up with the stormtroopers and she's actually the good person. So it really lets you know how you have to trust, but you really don't know who to trust. 'Cause even the one you think is there for you turns your back and turns you in like the citizen did. So it was a really good scene for me. What did you guys think?
Y'all know who the lady was? Anybody?
Yes, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yo.
Yeah, that's my girl from the out. What's that?
The Queen of the Snakes,
Dorn.
Was it Dorn?
Dorn. There we go. Dorn. Yeah, Dorn. She fly. She fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was a good scene. I mean, when she got off and then they kind of panned away from her, I knew she was going to murk the stormtroopers. Yeah. So she's on the inside. And, she saved them. So I thought that was. I was trying to figure out who was going to save them. So
I thought that was good too. And also you're starting to feel, at least for me, I started to pick up on the birth of the rebellion because Obi-Wan is like, well, who are you and stuff like that. And she's like, there's a lot of people that have come through here. You're not the first one that I've saved. Yeah. And Obi-Wan starts to look at the writing and starts naming certain other people like, oh, so-and-so been here and so-and-so's been here. So I think this is probably the beginnings of the rumblings of the rebellion, and Obi-Wan at least starting to feel that there's a little more hope involved. So
origin story,
a little more of that. So really, we get to the town right here.
Well, hold on, I gotta say one thing.
Go ahead, bro.
I was watching the show with my kid. I mean, he's 9. He watched Star Wars. I mean, he's seeing a little this and that, a little that. I didn't lie, that scene though. He's like, ooh, you know what I'm talking about? When my boy fell on the gate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The magic trick. He was like, I was saw you in half and push you back together.
That was
But nah,
dope.
he was like,
that was dope.
Cam was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I ain't think that was.
We never seen anything like that in Star Wars.
They do that on Disney. I will say, no blood came out. So Disney, they was like, well, we can do some, but not all. They're doing the old Mortal Kombat shit back in the day. Like, we don't say, I take the blood out. But I was just like, yo, they chopped the man in half.
That's what you do. You stop the bleeding by burning stuff, yo. The Joker burnt them in half and cauterized
I guess,
yo.
There you go.
That's what it was, yo.
That's what it did. I was shocked when I saw that, too. That was pretty dope.
Okay, Disney.
They pushed the levels in this episode.
A little something, but go ahead. Yeah, when there was some time. Back to
good point. They pushed the levels in this episode, which was dope. I think Deborah Chow was the director, and I think she did a great job in this episode. I mean, I think a little bit in the previous episodes, I was like, I don't know about them run scenes, Deborah. But the action in this scene was pretty good. So we get to the town. I really like this robot that's there to help him. He don't talk, but he looked like he can handle his business if the situation were to arrive, yo, because I thought he was going to hit that stormtrooper in the head because he started gripping that hammer, and when Obi-Wan won and then we're hiding in the back. They're not hiding in the back long. Not even a half a day before we all know it, the Sith Inquisitors. Well, I'm sorry. Before the Sith Inquisitors arrive, Reva talks to Darth Vader off on the side. So this is when we start to realize that Darth Vader has kind of pulled her away from the Inquisitors to have her own mission going on. So what are you guys' thoughts about that, on what you think's going on with this?
I mean, Darth Vader, he finally got somebody as mad as him, basically. And we still don't know why she's so mad, but he's just like, yo. But even at the same time, he goes and mission threatening her at the same time. He's like, yo, you better you find Obi. And if you don't, guess who's, you don't wish you found him. Basically,
you next. What about you? And then she's got this beef going on with the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
You know, that the power ranking struggle there. You know, I think that may go down eventually.
Yeah, because the boy hit her with the joint for a second. She was going to say what was yeah, they'd be like, yo, dog told me, like, Vader said this shit. He was like, oh, you gonna go against Vader? It's like, who you gonna listen to? You listen to him, you listen to Vader. So, but he had to show her what's up. So
he did. Everybody's got that power struggle for that Grand Inquisitor spot, and I don't think he's dead. I think he's going to be one of the people that like show up in the Mortal Kombat, like whoopsie, you know, right at the end, like thought you had me. I'm there, you know. What were your thoughts on this whole Reva situation with Vader? Just
my mind went to like, yo, that's why you don't join the mob, yo, because they're like, you on a suicide mission. Either you'll complete the task or you're gonna die, yo. It's not a win-win situation. It's a lose-lose situation, yo, because either Obi-Wan's gonna kill you, or something's gonna happen to you, or you're gonna get killed by Darth Vader.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree. It really starts me, and I'm going with Ali on this as well. We start to get a better idea on why she's after Obi-Wan, but we don't know why she's so obsessed with Obi-Wan. Like, there's definitely something going on there, and they got 3 more episodes to hopefully unravel and peel back the onions so we could really understand why she is so obsessed with Obi-Wan. There's a theory out there, though, that she is one of the younglings, or one of the young kid Jedi at the very beginning of the episode that got attacked at the temple.
Oh,
that's the theory out there, that she's one of them.
Yeah, you had mentioned how they turned Jedi, so they might have turned her. Because I was just like, even though, I mean, he was like, if you get Obi, you can be the grand, you know what I'm saying, you take the number 1 spot or what have you. But like when Vader was going after Obi, she was ready to jump in. Your boy had to be like, you know, he was like, yo, don't interfere. But you can see it on her face, like, I thought she was gonna do some shady shit and still go for a second. Like, like
it's not beef anymore. You're supposed to just bring him to Vader and let Vader do his thing. But
it's something else still driving her. It seems like it. It
does, because she went off to the side, you know, and tried to. It's definitely something else driving her, man. And I just hope they really hash that out, because I think there's so much more they can do with her character. It's just, you know, we talked about this in the previous episode. They could do so much more with her character. And I just think I definitely liked her a lot better in this show. with her lines and delivery. It was a lot better in this show. So maybe it'll get better as the season goes on, and she's getting into the character to iron that out.
So what do you make of the other Inquisitors saying you're not one of us?
That could be the theory that they're talking about. Maybe. She turned to them, or maybe it was a situation where she never really wanted to be an Inquisitor, but she just had to choose. It was.
Because even in the previous episode, the Grand Inquisitor basically was saying that like you're an outsider.
Yeah,
jumping in.
We need that backstory. We need to see why they keep saying that.
Right. Yeah, because she, and also the theory out there is that she's going to turn at the end.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which can
keep messing with her. If they keep talking shit to her, she might turn.
But that could explain. I mean, but she's a great actress. This could explain why because there's a difference between acting tough and being tough. And it just seemed like in those first 2 episodes, she was acting tough. And that's why it just seems so hollow. When you're just being tough, you can convey that a lot better, like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and they can just be tough and convey that toughness message without acting tough. And that's what it seemed like. She was acting tough, but that could explain if she turns why she was acting tough, because that really wasn't in her nature to be tough. So that's the theory out there, but hopefully they can help us out on that.
Dropping them gems, I like that. That's tough. I like that one, man.
Yeah, but that's true, because she was really over-exaggerating everything. And I think that was possibly to overcompensate for what she really is not. But that's the theory out there. But let's go to the big part, man. Let's go ahead and just talk about it, yo. Let's get the elephant in the room. Obi-Wan is there. He's hiding. And my man Darth Vader shows up, and he's like, I'm ready for business. Yo, what did y'all think? I didn't think we were going to get him this early. What were y'all thoughts when he showed up and just started cracking necks and pulling people out, going after Obi-Wan in this whole scene, man? Let's go with you first, brother.
I mean, Vader's just the man, yo. I hate to say I like Vader, but because he's killing little children and shit, but he's just the man. It's like I said, he came out there. Vader is an asshole to the 10th degree, yo. No reason at all. He dragging bras down the street, snapping kids' necks, just knocking shit over, like, he's like,
don't do that.
Yo, like, no reason
like this person, man, just start kicking over stuff. Like, get out of my way, just because. Yeah, that was true.
So you see Vader, I was happy to see him, and I don't know how far we want to go ahead, because
let's talk about all of it, because it was about 10 minutes of just Vader and Obi-Wan. So
so once they got together, I was like, oh snap! Like they really about like go out, go after. Yeah. Of course, I knew it wasn't. I mean, we got 3 more episodes. Of course, I knew nobody was like going to die or anything. But I was like, they're about to get at it. Vader came there. Your boy Obi was like, boom, felt his little joint.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I was like, this dude Obi-Wan was like, because Vader could.
No, he ain't haul ass. He can't.
But I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, Vader could did all the time. Vader just hit him with the red joint. He was like, no. He's like Obi was like running. He's like, no. He's like, all right, what's up, your boy? Yeah. Obi's like. Yeah. I was like, this motherfucker here. That's all I was thinking in my head. I was like, this motherfucker. The red off.
He did, yo. He did. What about you, Phenom? What are your thoughts on this whole thing between Obi and Vader?
I thought when he was running away, he was stalling to get Leia out. Mm-hmm. But then, them lightsabers are like they're bright as a bitch, yo. You can't hide. You can't walk around like, with your gun, it's all black. But you like that lightsaber, you walking around, you a target, where he's going to find you because he hit the smoke. And then, he's trying to hide from Vader. That shit was fired though when Vader was walking through the smoke. Yeah, that shit was fired. But I mean, I just think, Obi didn't want it. He's not strong enough. Mm-hmm. And Vader knows he's not strong enough. He sensed it. He's like, you ain't the same one. Yeah. You ain't the same. I'm about to have fun with you now. You about to get real pain. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I thought. I thought that what Vader was doing is he was just loving the fact that he would just he wanted to make Obi-Wan suffer.
Oh, he was
That's
playing with his
all
food.
it was.
Yo. He was
man.
playing with his food, man.
Yeah, he definitely did the old villain trope. Like,
he wanted to make him suffer.
I just can't just kill you, but I'll give him the pass on that, because normally I'd be like, the super villain. I'd be like, you got him tied up, just kill him, like kill Bond,
Dr.
kill
Evil,
her, like kill her.
Yeah.
Just shoot him in the head. He's right here.
Lie, the one person that deserves to fuck with the person is Vader. Like, after you done got me all burned up, metal battle apart. Yeah,
I understand why he's
like,
mad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I got 10 legs, not 10 like the number. I mean like 10 like foil. I'm gonna once I get you, I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah, he was, man. And I really love this scene because Obi-Wan, when he noticed and felt dude looked like a deer in headlights staring out the door. Like he was like, oh shit, yo, I don't even want to mess with this dude.
You said something last week. You was like, Jedi can't sense the dark side. So do you think Vader made his presence known to Obi-Wan? That's how Obi-Wan knew he was there?
I think what it is, yes, I think it's a combination because this is a good question because he has such a connection to Anakin for so many years. I think because Anakin is still there and there is still some good in him. It's way down there though. I think when he got close enough, Vader wanted to let him know I'm here to spook him because from that point on, it was like he was Michael Myers. I mean, it was like he was that haunting terror over Obi-Wan. Like, it didn't matter what Obi-Wan, how fast he ran or where he was going. He was just going like this the whole time.
He definitely did his best Jason Voorhees impression. I was like, Obi-Wan running and your boy just came around the corner.
Yeah. He did, yo.
I was like, yo, Obi-Wan. Like everywhere he went, I was like, yo.
That's right. He was menacing, yo. He was frightening. I mean, Obi-Wan looked scared. Like that one scene where he's like got his lightsaber and he's going like this. That was intense because you had no idea where Vader was coming from. Then all of a sudden, Vader comes out and starts wailing on him, and Obi-Wan knew he was outmatched. Obi-Wan knew he wasn't strong enough, and that's why he was scared. Yeah. I mean, he was scared, yo, and Vader just wanted to make him suffer. And you see that when he chokes him, he could kill him. He could have killed him right there. Yeah. But you know what he does? He puts his lightsaber down real slow, just like, look what I'm about to do to you right now. And light the fire. Yeah. You know, but what did y'all think of that whole thing, man? When he grabbed him and did that?
No, I just tell you, that's like when you fight, like about to fight somebody, they got a gun. It's like, boom. It's like, yo, they pull out the gun. They be like, nah, yo, hold this. Like, I'm about to whoop his ass. I'm like, damn, he really gonna whip my ass. Like, he getting shot me. He's like, they pull out the gun. They be like, yo, hold this, man. I'm about to whip it. Like, I'm like, oh shit, he must got hands. That's why he was like.
Oh, that's super true.
Oh man, I thought Deborah Chow shot this very great though. As a director, it felt like his presence was everywhere, and there was nothing that Obi-Wan could do to get away. Man, I thought he was scared shitless, yo, for real. Did you think he was? Me personally, I thought he was going to do a lot more to Obi-Wan when he pulled him into that flame with the force pull. What about you guys, man? I mean, what was your thought? Did you think Obi-Wan was going to be?
Yeah. I was like, roast his ass, Vader. Roast his ass. You know why? Because he did that to him. He wanted him to suffer. I understood why he was doing it, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was going there because when he hit the thing and the shit started going everywhere, I didn't know what it was. And then he lit that bitch on fire and then pulled him that shrimp on the Barbie, yo. Roast his British ass, yo. Whew. Yo, and the thing about it is he wasn't, it was still Disney. He wasn't screaming. Like, we've seen movies where people go on the fire.
You get burned alive. That's got to be like one of the worst deaths ever.
Screeching loud.
Yeah, you get burned alive. Just imagine, that's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Because, they could burn him there, which I thought about. I was like, man, how they going to burn him? And, as a viewer, not recognize the burns, but he was all on his... But we never see his arms ever in any of the movies, so those burns are going to be there. It was good, girl from...
Yeah. What Shorty came through. What you think about that, Corey? Shorty coming through.
I think that's good. I mean, to keep the story going along. You never know, man. Her and Obi-Wan may kick it, yo. He may be like, you saved my life. But I thought that was good. She's a good shot. And I love the fact that I love the fact that look, Darth Vader could have walked through those flames.
But that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, come on, Vader, yo.
Yeah, he could have jumped over those flames or floated over those flames. I was like,
yo, you had the Force. You could have.
Yeah.
Like,
he could have grabbed Shorty that shot the Joe, like whoosh.
Yeah.
Whoosh,
yeah.
Pulled her down and shit.
I got a theory on that, though. I think he didn't want to do it because he knows Obi-Wan's weak. He knows he can beat him. And he's like, I don't care where you go. I got you, and I want you to suffer and think about me everywhere you're going right now, because I'm going to come like a thief in the night, yo. You ain't going to know where I'm coming. So that's why I think he let him go, because he's like, at this point, yeah, I'm just toying with you now because I know I got you. That's my theory.
I ain't gonna lie, my theory is just Star Wars. Star Wars, I like Star Wars, but Star Wars can be a little campy sometimes. So stuff like this happens in the Star Wars universe. A little bit of flames, get away. But no, I was like, come on, walk through. Wait,
he could have crushed the robot. The robot saved him.
Yeah, the robot came over there and dragged him.
Vader was just looking at through the flames like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you live.
That's that Michael Myers, that Jason.
Yeah,
because that's what they do.
Yeah,
like how many times have you hit Michael Myers and Jason and they just stand and they just get up and they'll look at you run away?
Yeah.
Then they go back real slow, get your knife.
Yeah, I know.
And they show up later. So that's what that was. He's that looming figure. Like, I don't care where you're going right now. I'm getting you. So that's what I got.
Nah, I feel you on that. He definitely has that Michael Myers, Jason feel. So.
Yeah,
I mean, he found him once. He don't find him again.
Hell yeah. He done found him now. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
He's got that connection now. So I'm trying to figure out how is he going to. I'm sure they'll explain it. How's he not going to find Obi-Wan? How's he going to lose that disconnection where he doesn't know where Obi-Wan is by the time A New Hope comes? Now the question is, do you guys think they will fight again? And how many times do you think they'll fight again? And do you think Obi-Wan will be ready this time when they fight again? Ali,
they definitely don't fight again. And no, this time Obi-Wan's got to show out. Like, he may not win, but he's just don't do enough to get away. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they definitely got to fight again. Like, Obi-Wan's got to go through it, like the redemption story. It's like when my boy Mr. T whipped Rocky ass. Got to go to the.
You gotta go to Apollo Creed.
Yeah, you gotta go to Apollo Creed. Don't learn some shit.
You can't win.
Yeah, it's too strong.
That was probably when she was on the beach. That was like his coming to Jesus moment when she's on the beach. What's wrong? Damn it! I'm afraid. Okay, I'm afraid.
He's gonna get together, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So. I think he's gonna get it together, and like I said, of course he can't beat Vader. Like, he can't beat Vader at this point, but he could just do enough to stand up to him for a second and get away.
True, because that's how he was this whole time. He didn't even try to fight Vader. He was defending himself and running the whole time. So
survive in advance, yo. That's what you gotta do, yo.
Now, I didn't know if I could call that defending. I mean, he did defend himself when Vader hit him but for real, yo, he ain't want no parts of that. Like, he was just looking for another chance to run. He was like, yo, I ain't trying to fight, man. Let me get the hell out of here.
He did, because when he was defending himself, Vader pushed him away.
Yeah, he hit him with the Force in.
He just hit the little machine and let the smoke come out and pew, he just ran, yo. So he can't get away. Phenom, what do you think? Your thoughts, man? You think they're going to fight again, and what do you think is going to be the outcome?
They have to. I mean, I think Obi-Wan might go through his Rocky moment, maybe training, or he might just get so pissed off that the Force comes back full force and he regains his strength. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want them to be another. I don't want it to be another fight scene like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he's going to be able to overpower Vader. I think he's just going to have to survive in advance. Like I said, get to where he needs to get to start the rebellion with other people. I think he's going to have help along the way. I want to see who the help's going to be. With the chick from Dawn.
Good point. Good point.
How many other people are going to come to his aid to help him?
Yeah, because she has connection to those people. And is Reva going to show up? Is Reva going to show up and switch and make that turn at the end? And then it's going to be Obi-Wan and Reva going against Darth Vader because Obi-Wan's not strong enough to do it himself. There's something else that I'm thinking of too. They have really made a strong point in this series to constantly keep bringing up Qui-Gon Jinn. Like Obi-Wan has constantly been reaching out to his old master Qui-Gon Jinn. Do you think we're going to see Liam Neeson in this series as a Force Ghost eventually? Because I don't know you know this. Okay, so real quick dump of information.
Go ahead.
Y'all know that Yoda is a Force Ghost. He shows up to Luke as a Force Ghost. Obi-Wan Kenobi showed up to Luke as a Force Ghost. Okay, the two of those Jedi learned that from Qui-Gon Jinn after he died. When Qui-Gon Jinn died by the hands of Darth Maul, he learned how to project his Force powers into a Force Ghost. And he wound up showing that ability to Yoda. Yoda winds up telling Obi-Wan that I'll show you how to commune with Qui-Gon because I learned it from him. So he's been trying to do this for 10 years and he hasn't quite been able to do it yet. So I think eventually, I'm just theorizing that he'll get that connection in these next 3 episodes with Qui-Gon and at least get that connection to the Force to help him go against Vader because he keeps asking for him.
Yeah. I could definitely, now you bring it up, that could definitely happen. Because even when I'm just joking about the Rocky scenes, I know he's going to do no real training. It's just going to be something. He's just going to tap into something. We ain't gonna get like a.
I like Rocky though.
I'm a sucker for a montage. So if we get a montage of him out there,
with the lightsabers,
like look the shit with the Force and like up and down. Like if we get a montage, I ain't mad. But
that'd be so good.
I'm sure it's gonna be a matter of, like you said, it might be his old mentor, or it might be like something Leia says. Something's just gonna make him just like wild out. And
I think it's gonna be less Rocky, more Last Dragon. Yo, remember when Shonuff was whipping Bruce Leroy ass, kept dumping him in the water, and all of a sudden he got the glow. Yeah, then that might happen.
That's not a bad one, yo. Qui-Gon may come to him at the last second, and when Liam Neeson may come to him at the last second and just talk Liam Neeson, and then all of a sudden Obi-Wan gets the gold, the gold glow.
And Liam Neeson, he was just shout out to Atlanta. He escaped the cancel club, so Disney might bring him back.
Disney might put him back. I was thinking that same thing. So I'm like, yo, he ain't Disney really gonna take a chance on him?
Yeah, he ain't in the cancel club no more. I mean,
he's out now, so he's back in the circle. So they may go ahead and roll with Liam Neeson. They probably thought about it for a second. They was like, I don't know, maybe we have to write him out of the script.
It'd be dope to have him back, yo. He just come whisper to Obi-Wan like, Obi-Wan, use your special set of skills.
That would be. So last question, man. Do you think we are done with Leia, young Leia? It doesn't look like it. Are you surprised that it looks like Leia will be here throughout the whole series?
She didn't see Shorty trying to kill her on the rooftop. You know what I'm saying?
But she tried to run from her. She didn't think she was safe. She ran from her.
Yeah, on the rooftop. But when she was like, "Hey, are you the driver or the pilot or whatever?" She's like, "Nah, I can help you though." But she didn't really recognize at that time.
But I think
she was running so much.
But maybe I looked at that scene wrong when she said that, and they showed like the dead pilot or whatever. I thought Leia ran off because she looked like she was trying to run to get her.
She backed up real slow is what she was doing.
I didn't see her run. I thought she backed up like.
But no, they didn't show Leia running. They showed Reva kind of running.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't like her running. It looked like moving towards her to get her, but on a regular walk.
Right. I see what you're saying.
There's only a couple of steps, so I mean, it might just be in my brain how Leia ran, but I don't know.
But I'm sure at this point, Leia knows there's nowhere she can go. I mean, because she went down a long-ass tunnel just to get to that one spot, and the girl was already waiting there for her, and she's looking at the pilot, looking at her, and she's like,
yeah.
Okay, I'm screwed, But I am surprised to see her in this long. I'm not going to lie, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think at this point, it's just this is what it's going to be. We're going to see Leia through this whole thing. I did not expect it to have Leia in it this much, but. It is what it is, and
she's bait now.
I mean, it's
literally bait.
I think it's the Disney now. It's the Disney. That's Disney. Like, we need to have something cute
Well, I think that, I think that's, I mean, for me, I think it's smart. I mean, you got to appeal to the masses. So,
I ain't know. I already told you before, man. Like, it's not even like, I just don't want to see him and Leia. I didn't need to see like the old man, young person movie. Like, I didn't need to see that. I've seen that a thousand times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's been
like,
out a lot.
I don't need.
It's a trope that's been out a thousand times. I mean, but it works. That's why they do it.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's the formula. I mean, why mess with the formula? It works. I mean, we can name 1,000 movies like that. It works for both genres, the old and the new. But the thing is, we just seen it so much. We like, because we just saw the Mandalorian, y'all. That's probably why y'all didn't do like the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like Baby Yoda all over. Like, I ain't mind Baby Yoda. Like, but this is like, oh, we just don't do a new Baby Yoda.
Yeah. So it's Leia,
a little girl. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro.
And they're going to build their connection in that, and that's why I think she's going to call her son Ben. Because of her connection with Obi-Wan. He's already saved her life, and he's clearly going to save her life again. Yeah. And I think that's why she's going to have such an admiration for him and call her son Ben Solo. But any other thoughts you guys had on this show, man, real quick before we end it, man? I mean, I thought this was a great show. I thought it was wonderful. I got to see Darth Vader in the glory that we all have been wanting to see Darth Vader finally over 30 years. I mean, so I can't wait to see more of this. The fact that they did this in episode 3, I hope it gets better in 4, 5, and 6. I hope that wasn't the best we see Darth Vader. I want to see some more just like that. If not, just see Darth Vader go ham on somebody. But I give this episode a 9 out of 10. It was a 9 out of 10 for me. Ali, anything else on this episode you want to bring up or talk about or wrap it up?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't quite go a 9. I do like a 7.75, 8.
What?
I mean, all the Darth Vader stuff is good, but like, I mean, how can I say? Not too much really. Like you even said it. Not too much really happened. And for it to be a lot of Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, like them running around, it wasn't too much dialogue. Like,
right.
Like, you know what I mean? And it really wasn't too much fighting. It was more like him running. So, I mean, I can do an 8. Like, I'm not mad at this episode at all. Like, I enjoyed the episode, but there's certain things, and I think some of it's just my hate towards, I don't like the way the storyline, like, why, Leia, you don't get caught again? Because honestly, I was hoping she was just going to get away with Shorty from Dorne, and we was going to have some Darth Vader, Obi-Wan. I mean, of course, I knew it wasn't going to be like the end of the show, but like him on some fugitive shit, like, okay, we got you now. Like, we hunting you down, and he just running around, like, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out how to get away. But I don't know. Just my dreams.
All right. So you give it a high 7, maybe an 8.
I can give it an 8.
All right. Phenom, man, what do you think of this episode overall, man? How'd you feel? And your score, man.
I gave it an 8.5. I was gonna give it an 8, but they said the phrase in the show, yo. That's what I love. When I saw it, I was like, yo, he said it, yo. But no, I mean, I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was solid from the beginning. It captivated me the whole episode. I wasn't like checking my phone. Like sometimes I'll be watching it, I'll be looking at my phone, like scrolling and shit. But I actually was like in tune to the episode. I did like, from them getting on the cargo plane, getting to the planet, they hitching a ride, and the ride went sideways, and then get saved, and Vader comes. I thought it was a good transition, and I'm excited to see what episode 4 is going to be like. I want to see what's going to happen with Leia. I mean, what Reva's going to do is like she's going to use her as bait because Obi-Wan can't get away. He got to recoup, get his powers back, then go save Leia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what episode 4 mainly going to be about.
Yeah.
All right, man. I've already said what I feel, man. I think you guys hit it. I thought this episode was done extremely well all the way through. I could watch this episode. I've already actually watched it 3 times. I'm not even going to.
And it had violence. It had real. I mean, we, like you said, Corey, 30 years. The only thing we've seen Vader do is chop off Luke's hand.
That's it. Yeah.
And Ali said there's no blood because it's Disney. I said because it was cauterized, so that shit is hot, so no blood will come out. But that's the only violent thing. I mean, we've seen like Ewoks get shot, but the actual like hand to hand, like him snapping somebody's neck, never saw that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, him stabbing somebody's neck, him force choking civilians, just standing around doing nothing. I mean, you just got to see Darth Vader menacing. I mean, and him knowing he could beat Obi-Wan and knowing he could have killed him 10 times over, just fucking with him, the whole time, and then pulling him through the flame just so he could feel the burn that he's been feeling for 10 years. It was menacing, and I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Yeah. But anyway, man, that'll do it, man. Ali, I thought you sounded like you had one more thing you wanted to say.
Oh, no. I ain't don't extend it. But because I was like, maybe it was like an 8.5 because Vader, yo. Just because Vader, I fuck with Vader, yo. I fuck with Vader. But then I remember Shorty on the joint with the pew from Dawn. I was like, nah, we going back to 8. We go back to 8.
The Hawk was a hell of a shot. I know she was a hell of a shot in the dark, yo. With it was a pistol. I don't even know if it was a sniper rifle.
It was like a pistol. She shot the stormtrooper, then she shot the joint that blew up and everything. I was like, come on, man, yo.
Yeah, that was. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching us on our episode 3 review of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Gosh, this was so good. Basically, you could have called this series Darth Vader Returns because it was so damn good. I mean, he literally was the Michael Myers in the Star Wars universe on this episode. So I loved it very much. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be coming back to you guys with more of these shows pretty much every week until this series is over, and we're going to be doing a lot more stuff, so keep watching that. We got a lot more stuff coming that we're going to be reviewing. The Boys, we actually talked about that, so we're going to be reviewing that coming up, so definitely check that content out. Other than that, you guys will see us again talking about this. That's my man Hollywood DA, that's my man Phenom 202, and we will see you guys on the next review. Peace.
This is where it's at. You can get with